Yeah, I would not want to. Maybe it's just me. I just don't have the patience to do it for a short film, for something that's 10 minutes long. And I mean, what can you do with a short film? You know, I mean, what can you do? You know, a feature film, you can do all sorts of things. You can distribute it. You can get marketing here, there, and everywhere. Short films don't really have a market, so there's no point for me. So I'm quite proud to say I have no funding for my short films. But the feature films that I kind of want to talk about next. I've got a couple of film ideas that are currently in development. One goes by the title of Darkest, although that's not necessarily its final title. And it's kind of a little bit more like the Cage Fire thing, sort of kind of horror-ish, a bit surreal-ish. And that wouldn't cost too much to make, but a fair bit. But you're absolutely right, it would cost money. I mean, you can't make a feature film without it costing a certain amount of money, and I wouldn't want to at this stage as well. East 3 cost not an awful lot. I mean, if I add it all up, it probably cost about £10,000, but a lot of that was cash in kind, so it wasn't my outlay or anything like that. But a proper feature film, you've got to look at about 100,000 minimum. Minimum. I mean, you probably looked at about $250,000 to $500,000 minimum, really. And so that's all fun. Simon actually works in funding now, so he's kind of become a funding partner with me to sort of look for funding sources for feature films, which of course is becoming increasingly hard in these tough economic times. But I think it can be done because I think there's other ways to do it. It's not just the usual places you can go. I think there's other outlets where you might be able to find some sort of funding, but we'll soon chat about that and work that out. The other film that I'm involved in is a very different film. It's a World War II drama, and I think there's quite potentially a huge market for that. I think it's going to be a very, very exciting film. It's a film I'm extremely excited about. I think there's a big potential for it. Is that answer the question?
Yeah, just about.
Just about. I do ramble. Sorry. Is anybody brave enough to ask another question? Or is anybody too scared about what am I saying next? Yeah, at the back.
What's your favourite film?
Whatever?
Yeah.
God, that's a good question.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. It is Ghostbusters. Yeah, it's Ghostbusters. I was going to say something really intellectual, but it is Ghostbusters. I'm sorry. It is.
We had to go to the place in New York
You
where
can't
they
top
got
it,
that
can you?
restaurant.
It's a great film. Any other questions before I quickly move on? Louise,
I
my
was
wife.
just wondering, are there any copies of East 3 available for sale?
There are still some copies available.
And
Yeah,
will
I
you
mean,
sign them?
I can sign them.
Lovely.
You can either download them from jumpstartdistributions.com for £4, or you can actually buy them here today.
What, here
Louise,
tonight?
if you want to buy them here today, Louise, it's just £5.
They are available
That's-
in the foyer?
If I'm on the way, that's a physical copy for you, yes, so it's
Fabulous.
£5. And there is a Mr. Young tie and blazer badge combination. No, there isn't. Don't ask me if there isn't one. Yeah, so very briefly, a couple of feature films, because that's the next stage, I think. I'm kind of... To say I'm bored with short films is incorrect, because actually I'm still working on some stuff now, because my next lot of short films, if you like, are kind of travel logs. So I've recently discovered some footage, not recently discovered, that's wrong to say, but I've got footage from different parts of the world, and Africa and the Arctic and stuff like that. And I kind of want to make a series of short travel log type things. They'll probably look more like The Moon in the Eye. There might not be a story attached to them. Actually, one of them might be a documentary. But anyway, so there's those things going on. But it's all about the next project, which will be one of 2 feature films. So, as I say, it's going to be tough to do. It's going to be hard to make. But this is where we're at now. And I'll give you a glimpse of that feature film in a minute. But I just want to say, before that happens, I just want to say a big thank you Mark Allenson, thank you very much indeed for letting this evening go ahead. He's really kind. Thames School of Work out. Thameside Theatre is fantastic. It's where East 3 was shown, first of all, in this country. It's been a great evening. Thank you all very much for coming out tonight. I appreciate you being here more than you'll ever know. It's been a really fun evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to my wife Louise, who's provided free popcorn and and some incredible support. And to be honest, half the things that happened tonight would not have happened without her, because I just don't do organising all that well. Thanks to all the special guests, 5Y of course for coming in. Simon Batten for coming all the way from wherever the hell he lives. I don't
Coventry.
Really know. Coventry. Yeah, so I just want to hand you over to a couple of people who will be in the World War II film. I met them a short while ago. Can't remember what it was. I remember walking down the high street one time, and I seem to remember them wolf whistling at me and thinking that my luck might be in, but then realising that it was just an act. Yeah, I know. But then when I saw them again, they didn't look the same anymore. They looked a bit different. That's not to say they looked older, they just had a different outfit on. And when I saw their outfit, it got me thinking about an idea I had previously, and the two sort of combined, and I've chatted with them since then, and so we're going to go with this feature film idea, which we're looking to fund. It's about a couple of nurses in World War II. I won't go into the details of the story because, well, it's just too boring to do that, frankly. So instead I'll hand you over to our final guests this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall hand you over to the singing nurses, wherever they may be.
Need microphones.
I know you do, girls, I know.
Bless them all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and W01s. Bless all the corporals and their blinking sons. We're saying goodbye to them all. It's back to their billets they crawl. Betty had no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless them all. Bless them all, bless them all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and W01s. Bless all the corporals and their Lincoln sons, as we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to their billets they crawl. You'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless them all. We're gonna hang out the washing on the sea-free line. Have you any dirty washing, Mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the sea-free line, 'cause the washing day is near. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, we just roll along without a care. We're gonna hang out the washing on the sea-free line, if the sea-free line's still there. We're gonna hang out the washing on the sea-free line. Have you any dirty washing, Mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the sea-free line, as the washing day is near. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, teeth, why? Just kiss me goodnight, Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major, be a mother to me. Kiss me goodnight, Sergeant Major. Tuck me in my little wooden bed. We all love you, Sergeant Major. When we hear the morning show at late, don't forget to wake me in the morning and bring me round a nice hot cup of tea. Kiss me goodnight.